Hi everybody, it's Julie and I'm back with another book paper pocket embellishment idea. So I have the book papers out of the lighter book that I have, the one that has really white pages. There's also these that are out of an older book that I could be using, but I'm using the white ones because that's the book that I'm actually working on. I have cut the postcards out of the middle size set of cards that you received in the kit, or if you have purchased the digital download, this would be the 3.5 by 5 size. So you took your 4 cards and this was oh no, this is the 5 by 7, sorry. Yeah, 5 by 7 size. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and choose one of these. I think I'm going to use this one. This one has the chrysanthemum, looks like chrysanthemum daisies, and then it has this cottage with the boat in the background. And these are all these are part of the digital download for the Spring Blossoms kit. If you purchase the physical kit, you got the digital kit along with it. Otherwise, you can purchase just the digital kit in my Etsy shop, Dearjuliejulie. It's all one word. And so we're going to go ahead and decorate one of the pockets, getting it ready to be able to use when we're ready to use it in a bit. So this is for the Spring Blossom Junk Journal Start to Done. Okay, so I have taken part of the piece of this lace that you received in your kit, and I've cut off 2 of the little pieces. Okay. And you can use lace from your stash also, because some of the things I'm going to show, I'm going to end up making things that are a few more things than what was in the kit, just to give other ideas. You don't have to make everything. But yesterday I showed you how to make this little pocket using your book pages, and now I'm going to show you one of the ways that we'll be decorating it. So I've taken the lace, I've added some glue, and I'm just going to go ahead and pop this down on that glue. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on the back of this little embellishment here, and I'm going to go ahead and leave the top open. So I'm putting glue down in a U shape around the other 3 sides, leaving the top open in case we want to tuck something in there later. And I'm going to go ahead and stick this just barely underneath the lace. Okay. Okay. So just by doing that there, we have a little bit of dimension happening. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add this pink flower, and I'm going to put a puddle of glue. If you have your glue gun out and hot, you can attach this with your glue gun and it will dry much faster. And then, let's see. Okay, so I have a little piece of the pearls. You got a bigger piece than this, but I have just a little piece here. And I'm going to cut off one of the pearls using these scissors. I was going to use one of the beads, one of the yellow or the blue or the pink beads, but they're not right here. So I'm going to just go ahead and put that little pearl down in the pool of glue. And just showing you that because it's just another way that you can do something really cool with your with the stuff that we have. So I have this piece of the white paper left from making the hydrangea basket, and I'm going to attach this just to where that glue is, and then after you get your language of flowers, it'll have some flower words on it, and we can attach a word on here if we want to later. But that just gives us another dimension to this card. Now, something else you can do is, okay, so remember we have a pocket here, and it's really nice thick paper. I'm excited about that. I have my 1-inch circle punch, and if you have one of these, this is really a great little thing to do, is to be able to cut a hole out of the top. I usually only cut it from one side so that then you can tell that that's a pocket, and it actually makes it easier to put something in and out of the pocket. Okay? If you want to, you can go ahead and either cut or rip your pocket closer to the words. I know, I'm showing you a couple different things here, okay? So you can do that, and then you could just go ahead and rip your little hole, especially if you don't have the hole punch. You can just rip a little hole there too, okay? Now, if you're one that likes to distress your items, then you can go ahead and distress this as well. But there we have the first little pocket, and like I showed you, you're going to be able to put a card of some sort inside your pocket, or a tag. Okay. And the really cool thing about these pockets is this pocket can just go in your book just like it is here, or we'll be gluing some of them in. The other thing is you can cut your pocket at the bottom and re-glue it if you don't want this much white space down here. Okay, so there's one way. One little pocket. Okay, so another thing that you can do is we can use some of this material that we have, and we're going to back it onto something. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move this so that we don't end up with glue all over. Pearls back in. Okay, so what I would do is go ahead and put the top back on my on my glue, and I'm going to use the bottom, and I'm just going to go ahead and get an area prepared that's a little bit larger than my material square. And the actual square, I think, is a little bit bigger than what I want. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it down. I'm going to save the pieces in case I want them for something else. So this is one of the squares from either the 9 block or the 3 block that came in the kit. Okay, so I'm going to take that and just put it down onto the paper. And normally I would let it dry. And you can either cut it or rip it. Let's see. I'm going to cut it on this one. Of course, these scissors are going to be really happy that I just cut through wet glue. Right? Wouldn't your scissors be happy if you just cut through red or wet glue? Okay. And watch out where you put the paper that has the wet glue. Okay, so I backed this paper, and the reason is I didn't want the book paper to show through as much. It's still going to show through. Now, we can also decorate a pocket in this direction. So I'm just looking kind of at the words to see. I'm going to do, I like this side. Okay, so sometimes this is the back side where we came across and glued. And I actually like this side. Now, I'm going to use, there's a piece of little tiny piece of the wrapping paper. And there is the other paper that use. Okay, so we have the little tiny piece of wrapping paper that I like because it will give us color. Okay, so I don't think I need that big. Oh, I like that. Okay, so I think to get the layered effect, I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on the back of this. This is the little piece of wrapping paper. You got 2 little tiny pieces of wrapping paper in your kit. Now, if you're not working with the kit, then you just want a piece that has some of your colors, like what you're working with in your project. So, to bring out some of the colors. And you see I like this edge on the flower cart or the flower stand, so I'm using that. Also, that little bit of texture right there, I'm going to come in and I will use that to kind of help frame the side of this little swatch. Because that's what it is, a little swatch of material. Okay. So here we go. Okay. And again, you could add some lace down here. You could fray the edge of one of these pieces and put it down here. It would it's almost like going to give you some lace. So to fray it, you just start pulling the thread from the edge, okay, and it'll start doing like that. It's messy, but it's kind of cool. And you've already seen where we've added, just gone in and added a flower. We could do that again. You can always repeat any of the things that we've done as long as you have the product to do it. But I'm trying to show you other ideas. And I would probably repeat because it would give you it would help to make the book look like it all belongs together. So anyway, so I'm just making a mess here. Making a mess. Okay, so you could have, you know, a fringy piece come along and go on to something. So that I think that will be something we'll be able to use. Okay, so we have our pink flower. Again, we are going to have the words coming from that, the flower book. Another thing that you could do is you could take and put some of the pink ribbon down and tie a bow. That would be kind of cool. So I'm going to leave this at this point, and because I don't know where exactly I'm going to put this, because we can still cut this pocket down and it can be just a small pocket. I do like that it's going to come in from the side, and so it will probably hold an index card of some kind. And when you do a side pocket with an index card, it's kind of nice because then you can have your lines in that direction. So that is 2 of the pockets decorated. So that takes them a little bit further, and they're ready for to be placed in our journal. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. I hope that you're following along, and again, you know, you can cut things out of magazines. If you're following along and you haven't purchased the kit, but you want to follow along and make your junk journal, then find an image that you like that matches your theme and cut it into a rectangle, and you cut it to fit. Add some lace and maybe a flower out of your stash, and you are good to go there. And here, again, it could be something out of a magazine, and as well as this. Excuse me. Wow, I'm tired today. And you can either use a piece of material. You've seen me use clothing before. I could cut up clothing, tablecloths, and be able to put that in here. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're out there making the little page pockets, I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to see them. So you can go ahead and any of the items that you are making, that as you're following along, I would love to see them in the Scrap All About It Facebook group. You're welcome to post pictures and links to your websites in that group, as long as it pertains to paper crafting. Our number one rule in there is be nice, share, and uplift. So I hope you are having a great day and are enjoying this series. Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day. Bye.